Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to talk you through on how to do a successful 2-week shred. Now, I am off to Europe in 2 weeks' time and I am really honing in. That means I've become a lot stricter with myself as well. So as I said, I'm doing a 2-week shred, and for myself during the 2 weeks, I'm going to be particularly strict in what I do. That means for me, really honing in, counting calories, staying home on weekends and tracking my meals too. 2 weeks isn't a very long time, so it is even more of an excuse to give it 100%. Now I'm going to give you guys 5 tips on what you should do for a successful shred and what I'm doing at the moment as well. So tip number 1 is, of course, track your calories. It is so important to track your calories, especially if you're wanting to lose weight. You need to be in a calorie deficit, which is my tip 2. Now it is super important to also add on the exercise to your deficit if you are moving your body. For me, I'm going to bring my deficit to 1,500 calories. Now that is a lot for me, and I know I will shred off that. I do train daily as well, and my BMI is sitting around 1,450 to 1,500. So it's super important that I eat below that or at that in order to lose weight. Now I'm going to imagine this as my BMR, which is my basal metabolic rate. If I add exercise onto this, which I do daily, of course I can eat around here, which is my BMR, which is 1,500. That's why it's set like that. Now you don't want to go too much below there, because you don't want to have a weight loss period where you're lethargic, where you're tired, where you're more prone to binges either. You want to have an enjoyable one too. Now it's super important as well to remember to be more strict on yourself, especially in the 2 weeks. I definitely am. I'm tracking my calories, being in a deficit, and being very strict on this deficit too. Number 3, the other thing I am doing is also cutting out alcohol. Alcohol for me is a big one. I do love to go out and have some drinks with my girlfriends on the weekend, but this does add up. Of course, when I'm living my life, maintaining and doing everything like that, I love to have drinks and be very flexible, but because I'm doing a hard shred, I am cutting out alcohol. 2 weeks isn't that long for me either, so I am totally happy to do it. Plus my training also is a bit better when I cut out alcohol too. Remember, when you drink alcohol, alcohol is very calorie dense. What does that mean? It means it has a lot of calories in it for the amount of alcohol you're drinking. Think about it. One single cocktail could be about 400 to 500 calories, and simply cutting that out will make my deficit even more for the week. Whereas before, if I wanted to have balance and maintenance, then of course I allow a few drinks here and there as well and stick to my deficit during the week. Tip number 4 I'm going to give you guys is to eat more at home. You guys will be so surprised by how many calories you will cut by simply eating and cooking from home. When you eat out breakfast, if you're eating eggs on toast out at a cafe, think about what they're cooking the eggs in. Think about if they're toasting your bread in oil or butter. Think about those extra things they are adding on. Even when you get coffees out, they are adding extra sweeteners. They're adding really tasty milk to your coffees. This means even more calories. And by simply eating at home, you are knowing what's going into your meals and how it's made as well. And you can really track your calories, which is point 1, from doing more meals at home, which I love too. Plus it also makes for saving for Europe as well, which I absolutely love. Tip number 5, which I do already, but I'm making sure I do, is moving my body daily. It is so important to move your body, especially if you're wanting to lose weight. Yes, nutrition should be king. Exercise is of course queen, but you should be moving your body to get everything moving and feeling good during this shred as well. As you can see, these are just 5 simple things I am doing. There is no over exercising, there is no under eating, there is no starvation, no soups diets, no this, no that. I'm just really focusing on what I'm doing already and being more strict on myself. And I know from this I will drop weight. In fact, I already have since cutting alcohol and having more meals from home. Last week I had 1 meal out, which is great, and already from that my body is feeling so much better, and I know I am really losing a lot more weight than I usually would in a maintenance phase. So guys, you don't have to do anything drastic, you don't have to do anything over the moon. just focus on these 5 things if you are doing a short shred. Now, if you're doing a challenge or something like that and you want a little bit more balance, yes, you can do that, and you can have drinks here and there and add some things here and there. Eat out a little bit more if you want to, but as I said, I'm just doing a strict 2-week shred. If you are going on holidays and want to be strict on yourself and lose weight, but also doing it in a proper way, take these tips too, because you will be very successful in this by just focusing on the habits that you have built now. I see so many people starve themselves in going in shreds. Now, for instance, I know this person, I'm not going to name names, and they have dropped their calories down to 800 calories per day, plus also exercising. What does this do? So number 1, she's going to be very hungry, very tired, very lethargic, which I already know she is. And number 2, also when you get to Europe, you want to be eating foods, you want to be having alcohol, you want to be doing things outside of your normal. You don't want to be eating out a container when you're over there, because that is truly not going to happen for me. But when she goes over to Europe or over to wherever she is, then of course her calories are going to go straight up. She's more likely to build or put on body fat from that, because she's brought her calories so low, and then again she's bringing them up so high. For me, I'm maintaining them at what I would usually maintain at, but of course being a bit more stricter. So of course my calories are going to go up. Will I gain weight? Probably, but I'm not too fussed, because I might gain 1 or 2 kilos by being over there, and also water retention well. But I'm not going to jump up 5, 6, 7 kilos by bringing my calories right down and then eating right up. That is not something you want to do, especially in creating a good relationship with food. You want to find balance, you want to eat at your maintenance, you want to enjoy foods and not think about, oh my goodness, I'm going to put on weight, or oh my goodness, I shouldn't be eating this either. All in all, guys, I am so excited to go. I'll make sure you keep updated on my Instagram socials as well. But take these tips for a successful 2-week shred, and trust me, you will definitely drop some kgs before you go. If you really just focus, find your deficit, track those calories, move your body daily, and do something which is going to keep you going as well. Plus, that is even more reason to stay motivated if you do have a holiday coming up, which I know a lot of us do, because COVID is gone. Well, it's not gone, but borders are open and we can now travel as well. I'll keep you updated on my little mini shred too, and I'll jump back on and tell you guys how it went. So guys, your girl is back and I am off to Europe tomorrow, which is super exciting, and I'm going to give you guys a bit of an insight of how I went on my 2-week shred. So I did really well, which is good. I did everything I planned to do. I haven't had alcohol in about 2.5, 3 weeks now. I've tracked my calories, I've stayed in on weekends, I've really limited eating out too. I think I've eaten out maybe once or twice in the last 2 weeks, which is absolutely awesome. I've dropped a bit of weight too, which is also awesome. So I'm going into the trip feeling really happy, really prepared, and just really proud of myself as well. Like I said, you don't need to do anything drastic. Just take what you have and what I said on board. No starvation, no crazy diets, no fads. I tracked my meals. I ate what I would usually do, just in even more of a deficit. And I really watched not eating out, and also alcohol is a massive thing for me. I find whenever I eat out or have alcohol, I hold a bit more body water weight too. So just limiting that is also just going to help that as well. But guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Also, if you guys do need any help with meal plans, if you want to create a good relationship with food, if you want to lose weight properly, make sure you get on my nutrition plans. They are customized to each individual and are designed for you as well. So make sure you do jump on board, LaraGuy.com. I'll see you guys over in Europe. Peace out. See you later.